Everyone, welcome to the show. I have more Trump regrets to share with you guys, more Trump voters entering the find out phase of their journey. First up is a video. This is from a recent focus group. And check out what this woman says, why she is more anxious now than before Donald Trump took office. And this is someone who voted for him.
Just the prices and the breaking of alliances with other countries, uncertainty of war.
Yeah. You know, all the things Donald Trump said he was going to do, bringing prices down, put an end to wars, be respected on the world stage. Yeah, none of that's happened. So that, for people on the podcast, that was a Georgia swing voter. She went for Joe Biden in 2020 and then Trump in 24. So there's definitely a trend among swing voters. More and more are unhappy with their choice for president. And if you guys want to hear more of their thoughts, definitely check out the swing voter video that I published this week on Monday. I gave all of the details on these focus groups. So next up is a social media post. This is from a man named Terry, and he posted this photo of several long pieces of aluminum, as you're going to see. And he wrote, quote, "Well, this is what $8,000 worth of aluminum looks like in today's prices. Don't get me wrong, I voted for him, but I'm the one paying the Trump tariffs, not the manufacturers of it. Not to mention my home and business power bills doubling in 1 month's time. Democrats have fucked us like a house cat in Illinois. Change would take years to correct. I'm sick of it all, and I had to get 2 pieces of equipment from Norway and Spain that's costing $1,000 to get those, they customs. Tell me I am wrong." I mean, first of all, why is he talking about sex with a cat? Trump has some very strange supporters. And then he admits that they're Trump's tariffs, but then he shifts it and blames the Democrats. It's the Democrats' fault. These people are cult members. Sorry, they just are. Some of them are. Some are not. But this guy clearly is. If he's going to blame Democrats for Trump's tariffs, it's insanity. Next, I have a before and after post from a woman who has officially entered the find out phase of her journey. So in October of last year, Natasha, so a woman who posted this, she referred to Kamala Harris and Tim Walz as knuckleheads. And she said she didn't understand Harris. So that's how it started for Natasha. Okay. Here is how it's going for Natasha. On Sunday of just this past weekend, Natasha posted this on Twitter, and she tagged Trump, she tagged J.D. Vance, as you can see, and Howard Lutnick, and she wrote, quote, "Gentlemen, I implore you as a person in the coffee industry that tariffs that include coffee, which is kin to gold in the market, to please exclude coffee from the tariffs as it negatively affects small businesses in an already volatile market. I support wholeheartedly tariffs. We need them. Other countries need to not take advantage of us. But we do not grow coffee in-house yet. And until that happens, America runs on coffee, and specialty coffee needs protections, please." Wow. You know who wouldn't have been ignorant enough to impose tariffs on coffee, which we can't grow in bulk in the U.S.? Democrats. Yeah. Enjoy those tariffs, Natasha. I also have a compilation of videos from a Trump regretter over on TikTok. So this is a guy, he has posted several videos, many videos at this point about his regret. And so I'm going to play this video for you, and then I'll share some of the details. I'll fill you in on, who this guy is, what's going on. So take a look.
Sorry to my community for voting the way I did. I acknowledged the mistake earlier, but it's different. When you acknowledge something, it's kind of like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. When you say I'm sorry, it's more like, yeah, I fucked up. And I think I fucked up. Obviously, my one vote didn't make the difference, but it contributed. And I don't even know why I was like so bent out on the price of eggs, price of gas and shit. I have a fucking Tesla. I'm blessed enough to not know how much milk or eggs or none of that bullshit cost. I just go and buy it. My dumbass was joining the propaganda. Oh, look at all these people. They can't afford homes. Blah, blah, blah. I can go buy another fucking house. I fucked up royally. And so now, yes, at least I'm marching. I'm doing some research, spreading the word. But I truly wish that I was on the right side of history from the get-go. Not for selfish reasons, but because had I been, at least I would not have contributed to all these people that are being hurt in our community. I wouldn't have contributed to fucking U.S. citizens being arrested because God decided to use more melanin when he was creating them. I wouldn't have contributed, and I wish that was the case. But I fucked up, so I'm sorry. But you have my word that moving forward, I'm going to be on the right side of history. Now I can empathize and sympathize with the black community. I've never been able to do that before because I would hear them say things like, oh, you know, we walk down the street and we get profiled and, you know, cops will just suddenly stop and frisk or whatever just because of the color of their skin. And I always thought like, you know, it's a little bit of a stretch. It feels like a little bit of a stretch. That person must be doing something, right? And obviously I've never experienced that before. I've never felt that way before and stuff. But now it's our turn, right? Now we feel it. Now we feel like, crap, can I just go down the street? Do I need my paper? You know, it's like, why are you stopping me? I'm a U.S. citizen. We're not doing anything wrong. And now we're being persecuted. And so now I'm thinking like, crap, this is what the black community meant, you know, and I kind of feel bad. Well, I don't kind of feel, I feel bad. I just want to say sorry for being ignorant before, but I hope this unites all communities. Now I'm like, fuck that, you know, it is what it is. Let the coyotes make the money. You know, fuck, you guys asked for it, so that's where I stand right now. At least it's a high ass price to pay. Open borders. But fuck it, I'd rather have that than have what's going on with my community today. Phase one is denial. This is when, even though it doesn't feel right, you try to convince yourself and you try to justify what you did. It's not that I voted for this, it's that I voted against boys and girls sports. Our kids being indoctrinated with this way of thinking. Phase two is acknowledgement. All these things that I'm talking about really aren't that big of a thing. I'm just starting to repeat talking points from the other side so that I can feel better. Phase three is acceptance. I actually contributed to this. I made these things up in my head so that I can feel better because of the fucked up that I did, going against my community. And now these are the consequences that real people are facing today, where people live in real fear, and I contributed to that. Phase four is the hardest, and that's apologizing. When you apologize, this is after you've acknowledged that you were wrong. This means that everybody else was right. And it's the hardest part because you know that whatever anybody says to you is in the right. Some might say, well, I'm glad you opened your eyes. Come on over. We welcome you. Some others may say, you can go for yourself. You did this to us. This is unforgivable. Both answers are valid. And because my apology is sincere, I do accept both answers, both type of replies. I haven't blocked any of my comments. And people are right to be frustrated with people like me. So after all this feedback is the last phase. It's what are you going to do about it? I'll keep raising awareness. I'll keep marching. I'll start educating. And I'll be showing up in the voting booth, voting the right way moving forward.
So, I mean, yeah, he admits he was ignorant before, didn't understand, and now he gets it. Um, so, you know, that man is a typical swing voter, or at least he was. He explained in one video that, you know, he voted for Trump in 2016, Biden in 20, and then Trump in 2024. He obviously now sees, you know, when you give Republicans power, they abuse it and they're totally extreme. So I thanked him for his honesty. I invited him to come on the show to talk about his evolution because I'd really like to know. I'd like to find out what he thought of Donald Trump's first term, you know, what he thought about how he handled immigration then, stealing children from their parents who have never to this day been reunited. So we'll see if he replies. Next up is a woman named Audrey. she had a complete meltdown on Facebook after Kamala Harris warned that Trump was going to act like a dictator if he won. So take a look at this. Audrey called Harris a bitch, and she said that she was lying and quote unquote using hearsay. Thinking Audrey doesn't know the difference between hearsay and opinion. Anyway, she accused Harris of trying to get Trump assassinated, as if it hasn't been 100% Republicans that have shot at him or tried to shoot at him. So that was in October of last year. Here's what the lepers eating people's faces party member has to say about Trump. This was about a month ago. This was in response to a Facebook post by Donald Trump's team. And she said, quote, "I hate to say this, but WTF did you do to our medication copays? I just got charged $98 on what was $40 last month. We are already hurting on fixed incomes with rising cost of food, not receiving COLA that is enough to substation us. We are living on credit cards. Then what? Seniors on Social Security need help, like yesterday, and we need a stimulus check or we seniors are in trouble. Where is our help? I am going to have to file bankruptcy for the first time in my 60 plus years. We need help," in all caps. Gosh, Audrey, I guess is her name. That is terrible. That is terrible. Maybe you should have voted for the lying bitch. Probably would have worked out better for you. Next up, I have a Twitter post from a man in Texas, and he wrote, quote, "I was just talking to my neighbor. He is 83 and a lifetime Republican, 3 times a week to church, voted 3 times for Trump. He has finally had enough. The tariffs have hit everything that he has bought this month. Finally says that Trump is an idiot and doesn't know what he's doing." So yeah, the chickens are coming home to roost. So I will have more for you guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.